You go to jail because your girlfriend was cheating on you, decided to rip out your dreads so now you look like this, but somehow she not in the wrong. Let me explain the story for y'all. Kansas City football player Xavier found out that his girlfriend was cheating on him 2 weeks ago. For 2 weeks, he tried to get her to leave his crib. She was not going. When told to leave again, she got physical, ripped out his dreads, destroyed his crib. A man's had to join Taper Fade Nation, but he went to jail because she decided to lie to police and claim that he grabbed her up. It was proven false due to witnesses stating that he never did that, which is why they dropped the charges. But in the midst of his arrest, you already seen how social media was going. Quick to jump on the slide, quick to say he did it, trying to ruin that man's career. So again, I ask you, how could he be wrong because he didn't want to end up like Travis Hunter? How could he be wrong because she cheated, he wanted to separate himself for her, and she lashed out? That's crazy, bro.
So everything moved, I guess, pretty quickly, man. But what happened was she got caught cheating. She got caught cheating, and he hired a private investigator, which actually had some video as well as her cheating. I'm assuming that that's the reason why he was kicking her out the house. They got into a confrontation. She called the police, and he went to jail. She lied to him. So we have another male victim. We just fresh off the Kendra G with Dan. You know, he was a victim, and now I know he was receiving a whole lot of slap and a whole lot of pushback as far as what exactly happened. He was called all type of names because of this incident. His image was tarnished again. So let's go ahead and open it up for the panel, man. What are you guys' thoughts so far about this situation?
Hey, I think they need to press charges.
Shout out to you for doing that video, man, that you did on that Kim Jean Papa Dan. I just checked it out before I came on. But as far as this situation, I think the problem is he should have put that heifer on paper, man. He should have put on paper, and I understand how you may feel about her, how you think you may feel about her. But if she's doing you like that, she did you like that, she put hands on you, she ain't got no respect for you at all. So yeah, he should have put her on paper, man. Call the police on her because she sure did it on you. So I really wish he had her. Unfortunately, he didn't. Now he's getting a lot of backlash, and you know, is it going to tarnish his name? Hell yeah, it's going to tarnish his name because you know they're going to put that on the front cover. But you know what's going to be on the back cover? When he got it released and they never charged him, nobody going to look at that back cover. They'll look at that damn horoscope in the comics before they look at the back page. So now that won't get talked about at all. You know, now maybe on some sports shows they might kind of, you know, brush up on it, say something about it. But when you get on the national media and they put you out there, man, your name's like mud. So I'll leave it there.
All right. Go ahead, Cook. I'm interested in hearing what you have to say about it.
You said me or you said Chicago? That's me, right?
Yeah, you Cook.
Yeah. The situation, man, I look at it from a bunch of different ways. I look at, you know, the recovery. You know, I've had to stand and sit and had the finger point and pretty much give up everything for my honor and my name to be restored, which I did. But the process cost me a lot. My mental health, it cost me 9.5 months in a military jail. You know what I mean? And so I feel for the young dude if he doesn't have the guidance to, you know, step back into his identity of who he is. Like, he didn't do it. That's why he's not being charged, you know. And I hope he has the mental tenacity, because so many people look at the kid now. He's one of the fastest cats in the NFL. He's a Super Bowl champion. So I kind of look at the ripple effect it has, you know. Like, this young man is inspiring to young other guys. And so somehow, some way, to Hink's point of, yeah, the national media may grab this thing and not say the back page, but we need to be talking about it because it wasn't right. So you keep bringing it up and us getting a chance to say, no, dude was done dirty. Let's talk about his credibility. Let's put that on. So the clickbait that goes about the nasty side of the story, we know they need the advertisements. Like, so if we have a platform to start talking about, no, this Not even getting into the facts of, we ain't got to get in the weeds. They're gonna do that. But letting this man's name be reestablished because he is a king.
All right, I like that. Go ahead, Law.
Yeah, man. He definitely, I definitely want to see charges brought up against this woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of it because all they have to do is make the claim and it will tarnish your name. Like Rob said, man, it's ridiculous. And we see it way too often. You know what I mean? The first thing they do is plaster his brother's face all over the place as if he's guilty. And then, you know, like I said, like they always say, the initial part is going to be loud. You know what I'm saying? The outcry is going to be loud initially, but the you know, the recourse after he's proven not guilty will be quiet. You know what I mean? Just like Hink was saying, man. And I think it's terrible, and they need to lock that heifer up in Hink words. Straight up.
Just put it out there too. She was older than him, so it's kind of been a conversation as well about these older women preying on some of these young folks. Which I Marcus said maybe I'll pull up in a second because he always talk about the XP. And
how much older?
Let me check and see. I don't know. She
just 3 years. He's 21. She's 24.
It's not too bad. I'll play this clip of her right here. This is off of Instagram. Off of her TikTok.
Okay, so come with me to day in the life as an NFL wife.
Now, this is what she was posting, and she wasn't even a wife. She never made it to be the wife, but this is what she was posting on her TikTok.
They are in training camp right now. Baby's in camp. He's already getting prepped and prepared or whatever. So, just gonna give you all fit of the day. Don't mind the water because I was doing my hair, but I'm gonna wear these shoes with this bag. Okay, I'm all ready to go. I got my little fan that I've been using, and all the other wives is like, oh, gee, you so smart for a fan. I need to get one on Amazon and go around my neck, but all ready to go. Okay, so I get in the car and I head on over to the facility. It's not that far of a drive, but I get there and the first thing that I have to do is check in. This is like a certain lot for friends and family, so we just go to the back lot. We go to the tent.
Thank you.
And she already knew who I was, and she just handed me my sticker. And this is so we'll be able to get into the friends and family VIP section. This is just some footage of us driving on the go-kart and us getting up the hill. And then we have to go through these metal detectors, and then I'm finally through. And where I'm pointing at, that's where I have to go up the hill to see them, and that's where the VIP tent is. Here's the tent. Just a quick view of the field and the family area. All those are fans, but where I'm pointing at is where the players will walk down to and then come to the field. And here's baby here with his homeboys, his teammates. And they're walking down, getting ready for practice. And the fans be screaming so hard. Like, the Chiefs fans are crazy. But this is just some footage of Xavier making some plays. He did pretty good this day. But I think in total, he has a total of like 7 or 8 touchdowns since camp has started. So that's exciting. I can tell you that the Chiefs fans are very excited for him. But after it's all over, I'm able to see him and walk with him. So he normally just like tells me to come on when I just walk out the gate. And the fans normally just start screaming and ask for autographs and stuff. But we just walk up the hill and see all the fans are screaming his name. And we just walk up the hill so he can drop off his stuff. He drops off his shoulder pads and his helmet to the equipment crew. And then we just sit and talk. He talking about how hot it was outside. It'd be so hot out there. I don't know how he do it.
I guess it was a hard day at practice.
It was hard. It was hot. And then I'll say my goodbyes and I'll see him later.
I'm gonna wear.
All right, go ahead, Trez.
Mm-hmm. You always got to watch for people like that, right? Those clout chasers, the one that just want to be a part of your overflow, I guess. Like, you can tell she's an opportunity. She's not even a baddie at all. Anytime I look at a woman, I imagine her minus makeup and wig. And I thought in 2025 we were supposed to let that whole baby hair shit go. I guess they didn't get the memo yet, but for real, I certainly agree with Mr. Cook, man. She should have been held accountable, right? Like, and it never happens, man. Like, that's the whole thing. I'm gonna pledge to cover this. That's the whole thing. That's something that we all should do. We should definitely expose incidences like this as much as possible, because it's always just swept under the rug. That accusation, super loud, and this is like, I didn't even know about it. Like, that's, to me, that's trash. That's trash. As a journalist, I feel like if you took the time to go ahead and just throw this man's name underneath the ground, I think it's your responsibility, because I know they know it happened, but they don't feel like it's news. But you have to understand the damage that it's going to do to this man for the rest of his life, because most people are only going to know about the accusation. He's going to live with that stain forever. Even if it's proven, sometimes these people still just going to be like, oh, well, like, I'm sure he deserved it. He must have did something. That's just how they look at us sometimes, man. There is no, we've talked about it before. There's no sympathy, no empathy for men in general, right? They don't care. Once a woman makes an accusation on you, wearing that jacket for life. And he's trying to do his thing, and he obviously didn't get the guidance from the OGs, because he would never picked a little scallywag like that. Like, you could just kind of tell off rip what type of joint that was off rip, for real. And I feel like us as men, when we see the younger gentlemen, we need to pull coats. Sometimes they don't have a father in their life or somebody. If you try to be a positive role model, any of the young homies, I definitely pull coats whenever possible, because if not, who will, right? I think us as men, we just have to, because we're not going to get the help from the media. We're not going to get the help from women, because a lot of times they don't understand or care to understand. So it's going to be us. We have to look at the youth and what they're doing and stop them in their tracks, because she could have ruined his life if it weren't for the witnesses. Fortunately, they really shout to them for like saying, like, this ain't it, because he could have literally went down for nothing. And they're talking about suffocation and all of this. That they said a 3rd-degree felony. He was about to do some time. His career would have been over, and his life would have been ruined. So yeah, we need to definitely put a spotlight on every situation like this we find.
All right, go ahead, Sharon. You're on mute.
All right, so I feel like this kind of goes back to the conversations that we were having when it comes to finding the right woman for you. You know what I mean? You have to know what's out there. You have to know, what to look for, but you only learn by, going out there, seeing what's out there and picking up habits. You know what I'm saying? And me looking at his case, I was like, damn, I for sure went through something like that. I'm talking about knives pulled out on me, all kind of, domestic stuff, terrorizing.
Can't hear you.
Damn, my bad. So now I know what to look for, so that won't happen ever again. You know what I mean? So this man is 21. I'm not looking at him like, oh, he's a simp. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. He just got caught up with one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna happen. That happens to probably every man that's out there looking for a woman. You know what I mean? But now that he learned that lesson, he's gonna go on through life and be like, hey man, I probably need a woman that got her own thing going on, so she won't be all up in my business. So I won't have to spoil her. So I won't have to, do all of these things. She needs something to occupy her time so she won't be all up on me, trying to clout chase and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So what I would say to like young men, I'll be like, you really can't fault him. You know what I mean? I don't know what he had going on in high school. He probably didn't even have a woman that pretty. I mean, she ain't like the finest thing in the world, but everybody got their own taste. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But she might be fine as hell to him. You know what I mean? He probably saw her, oh my God, and she got in his mind, probably did some crazy sexual favors, you know what I'm saying? And boom, voila, here we are, So yeah, I mean, she's straight, you know what I'm saying? But she probably went in there, was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And when a woman is put in a position to deal with the man that has that kind of power, she's probably gonna go over and beyond. You know what I mean? To like, oh, I'm gonna do this every day. Oh, I'm gonna come up to support you while you at your practice. I mean, of course you would. You ain't got shit else to do and he's paying for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you? Of course. But is it genuine? No, you're doing it just because he's, for clout. I'm sure if he was driving a fucking trash trash truck, you wouldn't be out there supporting him. It is what it is. But when men are put in those type of positions of influence and power, man, I really feel sorry for them, bro, because like one thing that my dad taught me, he was like, man, when you meet a woman, there's always going to be a representative that she puts in front of you, to grasp you, you know what I'm saying? But you have to, poke at her and do certain things so you could be like, okay, I'm gonna go behind this veil and see who you really are, and that comes through asking questions, picking up traits, putting them in situations to see how they move and how they react. But all that comes with time. So, to anybody else listening, to any young brother out there listening, take this as a lesson for yourself. But, as we all know, sometimes you just got to learn the hard way.